Place your bets, folks, and put it all on black. Because it's the GT4 series with Black Flag Racing.
Hello and welcome everybody to what should be an eventful Wednesday night for our drivers as they take on Silverstone for the round 2 of the GT4 series. Currently sitting on pole is a newcomer to the series, Tintin, known as one of the faster guys in BFR currently. He has jumped ahead here with a pole position, setting a 2. Oh, no, fuck me. The game just said you don't get to watch him. There we go. Setting a 2:08.927 as his lap time here today at Silverstone. He is in the Mercedes black and yellow 289 car. We will keep our eyes out for him as we go back to garage view. Marnik following him up. These both drivers from Moto Racing. Marnik in second place, 0.6 off of 10 currently. He is also rocking the Mercedes. He's went with a yellow-red livery scheme here in the 666 car. Bubbling Panda, one of the vets of BFR, he has managed to get himself up in third place here. He is a minute, holy fuck. He is 1 second off of Marnik, 1.6 seconds off of 1010 currently. So our top 3 drivers, all rocking the Mercedes, all different color schemes, so should be easy to tell them apart. Bubbling Panda in the pink and black 71 car. We'll keep our eyes out for him today on the grid. GTX Dave in the Camaro, managing to get that boat pretty high up there on the grid tonight. He's managed to get 4th here in qualifying with 6 minutes left. He's 1.9 off of 1010's pole lap. Not too bad of a showing there for him, as we see he takes that one into the dirt, possibly to go back to the garage. Yep. Papa Puddin also sitting in the garage. He's managed to secure himself a 5th place start, as long as this holds true till the end of qualifying. He's rocking the Janetta 621. It looks like a blue and white color scheme. Interesting to see, as he's the only Janetta on the grid today. Awesome Gumball showing up for the GT4 Wednesday series. He's rocking the Porsche GT4 number 300 with a very nice light blue and checkered car livery. Looking sweet. Another Camaro on the grid is that one Sim Racer in the 801 black and red Camaro. He's managed to get himself a 7th here tonight, as long as this holds true for the last 5 minutes and 30 seconds that are left in qualifying. Y-Weight, also better known as Mike Linden, has secured himself an 8th position here. Also driving the Porsche, number 64, with a very beautiful color scheme. I like that. That's a nice livery there. It looks like he's got a white, yellow, and black livery. And it's looking to mesh very well. That's pleasant on the eyes for sure. Ghost Stroke in the Audi GT4 car has got himself in 9th currently. 3 minutes off of 3 minutes, holy shit. 3 seconds off of 1010's pace, which secured him pole. He's being very, very closely hunted by Gillard, who's rocking the Mercedes with a nice crisp livery as well. White, red, and black, it seems. Can't tell if black's the third color. Yeah, white, red, and black. Looking very nice out there on the track. An Alpine has appeared in today's grid. That Milkman, sort of newer to BFR, but a lot of drivers have probably seen him around, as he's become very active within the races we host. He's managed to get himself up to 11th here, driving the Alpine with a nice orange and black livery. Tater in Paris rocking the Porsche number 69, of course. He's got a beautiful black and blue livery on there with that beautiful 69 number. D Boothie is sitting in the AMG. He's got a all white livery with red accents, it looks like. Should be easy to spot on the track. He's in the 393 car, and he has secured himself a 13th spot. The Lazarus rocking the Mercedes as well as a lot of other guys. He's gotten, oh yeah, he has a sort of, I forget what you call it when they're not matching. He's got an inverted livery of the Gillard's Mercedes. Lazarus rocking the 730 number. He has secured 14th currently. Matrix in the KTM, our only KTM on the track here. Matrix securing a 15th spot currently, but with 2 drivers yet to qualify, I don't know if he'll hold that. D Bard, who's not in his Janetta, surprisingly, who's in the Aston Martin, is currently sitting in 16th. With it looks like he's just on the middle of the track, maybe off to the side there. He's got a very nice and clean red and white livery. It looks beautiful on that AMG. I don't know why I call it an AMG. It looks beautiful on that AM. Supermano also making his GT4 debut. He's rocking the Mercedes as well with a very bright and unique color scheme to his livery. It looks like purple and blue. We'll be keeping our eyes out to see where he qualifies with only 2 minutes remaining. He's going to have to get this in fast. The Plums is also looking to set a lap here with not much time left. Plums is our only BMW driver for today's race, so we'll be keeping our eye out on him as well to make sure, well, to just see how he finishes. And of course, I'm at the end, but just a spectator role, so I don't have no car. The track is currently 28 degrees Celsius, quite warm, but that should benefit some guys on the first lap to get those tires heated up very quickly and reduce any slides or any accidents coming from the cold tires. But besides that, we'll just wait for qualifying to finish up. Oh, here he is. The Belgium has shown up with just minutes to spare. He's also in the Mercedes, the number 65 car. Already likes to start from the pits, we have learned, as he enjoys the battle with the rest of the grid. So I don't believe we'll see him setting a lap here, but no worries. I'm sure we'll see him up in one of the top, I'm gonna say 5 spots here. But he's got some good competition, it's looking like. So it's gonna definitely be a battle for him to get up there, going through 18 other cars. Oh, maybe he is setting a lap. Let's see. He might just be testing out a setup. Let's stick on our Belgium here and watch him as he goes. I don't know why it does that. We'll follow Tintin around for a lap. This is our pole leader. Currently on a 5-minute lap, but I believe he just pulled out of the pits, so that would be why. The driver should have a clear sky for today's race besides the normal European clouds. No rain will be dropping today, so the drivers will have a chance to really push the cars to their limits today around Silverstone. So qualifying has officially ended. We're just going through the maxed wait time, give all the drivers a little chance to finish their laps. Looks like Supermano has jumped to 16th. He's got time for one more lap here. We'll see if he can't do any better than that. Awesome Gumball made his way up to 6th with a pretty decent time there. 2.3 seconds off of Tintin's pole. That's going to be putting Awesome Gumball near the 2:11 lap times currently. Let's see if Artie sets a lap here or not. I know he likes to start from the back during these races, so I don't predict we'll get too fast of a lap, or he may just start from the pits by not hitting drive when the race begins. We'll keep our eyes out. Let's see, who's our last car? The Plums will be our last car to cross. Never mind, Plums invalidated that lap. It will be Super Mono will be the last car to cross before qualifying actually finishes. It doesn't do the wait time for invalidated laps, so Plums is about to be teleported. Already going around for another lap. Let's see if Supermono can jump up any positions here at the last second. Look at that. Manages to get 2 positions there, hopping above Lazarus and D. Boothie. What's up, Marnik? How's it going? Sitting pretty up there in second. We can see. We're going to be watching you closely, man, to catch Tintin here so he doesn't just run away and make this a boring race for our leader. Mardik, of course, is going to have to watch out for Bubblin' Panda and GTX Dave, both fast drivers, just not quite getting a good enough time to snag Marnik's second spot, but definitely keep your eyes peeled for both those guys to jump up. Marnik saying, I won't catch him. Purple not fast enough. Yeah, Tin's superhuman, as you guys can see. No other driver hitting a 2:08 in this qualifying session besides Tintin. Marnik sitting at a 2:09, the only driver to hit that before Bubble and Panda brings us into the 2:10s. Purple says go Rota. Correct. Both pole and second place are Rota drivers. Purple himself did not show up for this one, so he's MIA for today's race. I actually don't know if he signed up for GT4 or not. I feel like I've seen him in last rounds. And here we go. The cars have teleported to their grid. Hey, Colin, how's it going? I'm doing good. Sitting here on a beautiful Wednesday. Going to commentate this. Hopefully get some action here around Silverstone today. I don't think anything can compare to how much fun I had commentating round 1 of the one make last Wednesday. That was just a shit show. Any predictions? My prediction is Tintin absolutely runs away from this race. Only chance of him not getting first is if he bends it himself or maybe a disconnect. Besides that, my fan favorite's going to be Artie, who's starting last on purpose. I'm expecting to see him possibly get up here in the top 5, for sure the top 8-ish for sure, but we'll be keeping our eyes on him for getting some beautiful overtakes. And then maybe my underdog here would be GTX Dave stealing second place from Marnik. The guy's got serious pace. He messed up his pit stop last time. Otherwise, he would have secured
20 seconds.
I want to say like a third. So we'll be keeping our eyes out on him as well. Other than that, I mean, the rest of the grid's just going to be sort of a wild chase. I imagine Super Mono will pick up his pace as he does a few more laps in that GT4 Mercedes. He's quite quick in a GT3. I think the change of pace has thrown him off a little, but expect to see him at least in the top 10. Here we go. The cars will begin their formation lap around the beautiful Silverstone track. Not a bad track for GT4 cars, in my opinion. Maybe besides the straights, a lot of guys are going to be used to GT3 speeds there, and they're not going to quite hit them. As the drivers go around, I'll list off our sponsors here for us. So to start us off, we have Fly Sim Control. They make some beautiful Italian handcrafted. I don't know if they're actually handcrafted, but it always sounds better when you say that when talking about Italian products. They make some beautiful button boxes that work amazingly on ACC for both consoles, Xbox or PlayStation. Check them out in our Discord for a discount code. We are also sponsored by Last Chance Moto, who is an eBay store that sort of just sells a bunch of motorsport knickknacks, like actual real car parts and motorcycle parts. And they have some dirt bike gloves called Saints of Speeds. Those are what I use as my sim racing gloves. They're pretty cheap, and we do have a 10% off coupon code in the Discord as well. We're also glad to be sponsored by Sime Racing Kit, which is an eBay store that sells all sorts of little sim racing products, a lot of mods, like brake mods for Fanatec, Thrustmaster, Logitechs. They have a lot of very niche items on their site, but if you're looking for something in particular, I would suggest checking them out because there is a high chance that they have it. They are also offering all our Discord members a 10% off coupon code that is posted in our Discord. And one of our biggest sponsors, Apex Sim Racing. We're proud to be sponsored by these guys. This is an amazing site to go check out if you're looking for... Oh, who went off there in the back? I believe that's Gillard, who we just saw run off there. But Apex Sim Racing, they sell all sorts of legitimate sim racing gear, cockpits, wheel stands, Moza, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, all that jazz. We have a coupon code, Black Flag Racing, which I believe gives you guys a 5% discount. And it actually gives BFR a 5% commission. So please check them out and use those codes if you guys wish. Besides that, our drivers are about to pull their big beautiful cars around here, going towards the 2 final corners, or would that be considered 3 final corners? It's hard to say. I don't actually know corner names like a lot of the other guys who commentate for Black Flag Racing. That would be too much work, in my opinion, for me to do. But I can make some up for sure. So they're going to go around the paper clip right here. It sort of resembles a paper clip. I'm going to go around the paper clip turn, as we will stick on Tintin's view for the start of it and probably hop to Gillard and then Super Mono as they go through turn 1, so we can catch any spicy turn 1 action. We have that one sim racer starting from the pits, and it looks like Artie may have joined him back there. I can't see the number because sim racer's little bubble is blocking it, but we will find out shortly and check out how our 2 drivers from the pits come off. But here we go. Drivers are making their way around onto the home straight. We will wait for a green flag.
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
And there it is. Green flag is out. You can see Tintin very fast hopping in front of Marnik. Take that spot away from him. Looks like very clean racing here from everyone. Tintin still out in front. Bubble and Panda getting overtaken there very early by GTX Dave. Beautiful driving in that Camaro. Oh, we maybe had a little bit of an accident going off there. Yep. Looks like Lazarus having to go off track to avoid some cars there. Gillard managing to jump up to 8th out of that start. A lot of cars packed together. Oh, we got someone making a move behind. That looks like Plums on the Milkman. They are side by side. We'll see if the camera angle gives us a view here. And it looks like the Milkman fighting Plums pretty hard. Bubble and Panda starting to drop here off some gumball, snagging a position from Bubble and Panda, pushing Panda to 5th. Nate Supermano managing to jump up to 12th here off of his 14th position, which he started in. Artie, one of our drivers, making his way from the back Awesome Gumball rocking in 4th in that beautiful Porsche, in my opinion. Tater in Paris has managed to stay in 13th. Or maybe he jumped up. I can't quite remember where he qualified. But nevertheless, he's got room around him to start making some moves here, as it looks like Supermano, Ghost Stroke, and that Milkman get a battle going up ahead of him. As we try to jump around to a better view, we got our leaders going down the straight there. Bard's in 17th currently. Plums managing to take that position from Milkman. He's now looking down at Gillard. Plum's taking the inside. Is going to get the better exit and corner. Gillard getting pushed off his racing line there due to amazing track positioning by Plums in a very beautiful overtake. Made that look effortlessly. But now he's going to be going up against Wyweight, who I doubt will let him take that position just as easy. Wyweight will no doubtably put up more of a fight. As we hop through here, let's see if we can get in it. Oh, we do have a 907. That's going to be Ghost Stroke, who looks like he may have blew through turn 1. Looks like 3 cars going. Oh, we got 2 wide. You see they avoided contact there. Looked like that Milkman having to run off. Both cars taking a cut there. See if we can't jump up to that Milkman, a newer driver in BF4. Let's give him a little stream time. Oh, actually, Wyweight and Plums getting a little touchy there. We jumped to it at the last second. It looks like both of them getting overtaken by Gillard and Supermano due to that little touch. And the rest of the pack beginning to hunt them down. That's going to hurt Wyweight and the Plums. Don't know if he's got too much damage from that. It looked like his car almost flipped. You can see behind him, it looks like D. Boothie making a very nice overtake on Tater back there, coming onto the straight, making that look effortless. That was very well done by D. Boothie. He'll be looking to hunt down Mike now. Tater not going to let him get it that easily. Matrix here in our KTM, a beautiful car, has sort of formed a little train behind himself. But hey, if you can keep him back there, nothing wrong with that. Defensive driving is a part of the game. You can see the Camaro of that one sim racer who started from the pits, lunging forward with all that raw power. Matrix sort of nudging his way to where he wants to be, coming up on this corner, but it looks like sim racer will hold that inside line. Matrix losing a position and can't manage to pull it in for the next turn to set himself up to defend. GTX Dave has gotten overtaken by Awesome Gumball here early, taking away his 3rd position. And Bubblin' Panda starting to blister it up behind him, looking to take back his 4th. We'll be watching GTX Dave for some defensive maneuvers here. As the front of the grid begins to separate, we're starting to get the front, mid, and rear packs formed. Tintin not managing to shake Marnik just yet, but the separation is definitely growing. Oh, I don't know if there was contact there or not. Let's oh, that was a cool view. What the fuck was I just on? I don't know how I got to that view, folks. And it won't let me get back to it. That's very sad. Here's that one sim racer. Still hasn't managed to get ahead of that Milkman. But he did get Matrix. And it looked Artie with a beautiful inside corner overtake. I don't think Sim saw that one coming. Neither did I. Artie and Sim Racer both making up positions fast. Trying to see who can overtake the most cars currently. Sim Racer almost coming to a stop in the middle of the track. That was interesting. Wyweight still holding that 10th spot. He's now got a gap between him. He is sort of the bridge between the front and mid pack. He's going to be looking to climb up here to Supermano and not. I'm just going to call him Superman. I'm not going to add the Mano anymore. Trying to climb his way up to Superman, who is not too far away from Plums himself. Awesome Gumball, 1.7 off of Marnik. Marnik, 2 seconds off of Tintin. The separation continues to grow from our leader. Tintin just proving it doesn't matter what car you sit him in, he will get first place. We're going to put him in a fucking BMW. Jeez, there goes the PG-13 warning, folks. I'm sorry. It was bound to happen. You can see Superman here hunting down Plums. Plums hunting down Gillard. Let's stick on this. Gillard's going to take the smart defensive move and hold the inside line going into turn 1. Trying to not lose his position, but it looks like Plums will end up snagging it from him. Gillard, with that smart inside hold, keeps Superman at bay for now. Can he do it longer? Already chasing down that Alpine of Milkman. The Mercedes of Artie sounds weird. It sounds like it's got a little soda can on its muffler. But you can see the fluidness that he takes those S's. As he is right on that Milkman's ass. Getting his front tires up to Milkman's rear. Looks like the better exit's going to do him good here as they go into the right-hander. Milkman holding his outside line, letting Artie pass to avoid any conflict. But, oh, Milkman coming back with some speed there. Artie better watch out or he may lose that position to Milkman. Tater in Paris has found himself on an island. On an island. He's chasingYway and D. Boothie. Right behind him, both cars separated by 3 seconds off of Tater. Tater has now begun to form the bridge between the front mid-pack and the rear mid-pack. That's what I'm going to refer to him as. Matrix has fallen, no doubtably due to the KTM sort of being a not good GT4 car. Very good GT2 car. I hate it in the GT4s. Let's actually see what the inside view of the GT4 car looks like. Yep, it also does not have a dash. Oh no, it does. It's just off to the right there. And it says he's qualifying, so maybe he believes this is also still qualifying. It's hard to say. GTX Dave, it says he's in 5th, but he is currently in 4th. I wonder if Bubblin' Panda made a move on him, but GTX Dave took it away. Let's watch them for a little as we get a good front of the pack battle going. You can see how close Bubblin' Panda gets to the ass of GTX Dave, sniffing those muffler fumes. Just looking for some spot to go around him, but that Camaro's so big, I don't think he can manage to fit his Mercedes in there. The Camaro is sort of like the Mustang of GT4 cars, big and wide. That makes it easier to defend overtakes for sure, but it can be sluggish out of some corners. That's where Bubblin' Panda's really going to have to make use of his Mercedes. But the Mercedes also isn't too good out of corners. It's got good top-end speed and very stable. Looks like he's maybe trying to take these corners faster than GTX Dave, but he's not getting the chance to. As we hop away from that view, GTX Dave continues to hold his 4th position. That one Sim Racer still in 15th. Chase. Oh no, actually, sorry. He jumped up to 15th. The Milkman falling behind him, but not by much. Artie 3 seconds away from Sim Racer now. Artie very fast, closing the distance on D. Boothie. Let's see if we can't jump up. Here's Ghost Stroke. We saw him go off earlier, and it looks like he's now chasing down Matrix. And actually, Ghost Stroke's going real slow. Uh-oh. Don't know what happened here with Ghost Stroke. He had to force D-Bard to go wide there. That is very weird. We'll check back in with him soon. That Milkman now getting chased down by Lix Elam. Oh, I didn't even see him in qualifying. He must have joined like really late. Licks, also in the Alpine. Beautiful to see. Ghost Stroke, still yellow flagged. Don't quite know what's going on there. Papa Puddin', one of a very active member of BFR recently. He's made this place his home. He's got himself just changed. Okay, he's got himself a 6th spot currently. Wheel probably had an issue, was happening yesterday too for Ghost. Thank you, M-Crit. That blows. Oh man, I hate seeing wheel issues affect drivers. Definitely this early into the race. Yes, Ghost Stroke ultimately going to pits, and then it looked like he just completely left. So, no doubtably, probably trying to figure out what that wheel issue is. Maybe he'll pop into chat and let us know. Papa Puddin' still hunting Bubblin' Panda and GTX Dave. Bubblin' Panda 0.1 off of GTX Dave, still just not able to get it done. The Plums in his BMW starting to make some time up on Papa Puddin'. We'll keep our eyes peeled on the Delta of the MFD to see if he continues to close the gap or if he begins losing time. Pit window is now open for 24 minutes. That doesn't fucking seem right. 25 minutes. Alright, I may have messed up the pit window on this one. Sorry about that, guys. I've been doing a lot of back-end league stuff this week, and my mind has been all over the place. But there is at least still a mandatory pit stop. I've been known to mess that up from time to time, and it is still there, thankfully. D. Boothie looking to make a move on Lazarus, just not getting the room to, just not having the spot for it yet. Oh, it looked like D. Boothie almost had a move there on Superman. But Lazarus overtakes Superman, and Boothie now following him up. Boothie, the AMG currently hunting the AMG in the middle of a Mercedes sandwich. Nope, Sim Racer jumped up there to break up that Mercedes sandwich. Superman has just disappeared, as I believe he went into the pits, possibly. The MFD is going to begin just absolutely glitching out as everyone begins to take their mandatory stops. Let's switch over here to first place, Tintin, who has already put on a dominating performance, setting the fastest lap at a 209.9 and putting a almost 5-second gap on second place. Just incredible. You can see second and third making their way up behind him. It's going to truthfully take Tintin ruining his own race for them to make their way up there. Of course, he will be running into he'll have the potential to run into some lap traffic here as cars begin to make their pit stops. We'll keep our eyes out to see if that shakes it up any. Superman indeed did go to the pits. Gillard fighting his way up to a 7th position currently. A beautiful showing for him. A beautiful livery too, as I said earlier. And he's got nothing but time around him, with Plum 6.6 seconds ahead and Wyweight 4.2 behind. He is on his own little island. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. Islands recently have gotten a lot of bad press in the news. Alright, that'll be my one real life joke. Bubble and Panda making an early pit stop. This pushes him down to 16th. Of course, this isn't his true position due to him pitting and the other cars not. He's coming up on Licks Elam. Oh, and Panda sort of fucking bumps him right there. And there's my second F-bomb of the day. Bubble and Panda maybe getting a little aggressive there. Has to look for a better opportunity to overtake, as Licks luckily manages to save that catastrophe, that accident, and keep his car on the track. Artie managing to get his way all the way up to 10th out of a pit lane start. A beautiful start for beautiful start to this race for Artie. I predicted a top 5 showing for him possibly, and currently he might be able to make that happen for me. So here's the hope, and Artie, definitely one of my favorites for this race. Always love seeing him race. Has some very nice overtaking and some stupidly fast pace. Awesome Gumball still holding his third behind Marnick, now only 2.1 seconds behind him, but still not managing to close that gap fast enough. It looks like both cars evenly paced. GTX Dave has fallen to 7.1 seconds behind Gumball, but he is managing to hold that fourth position. He's getting chased down by Papa Puddin in the Jeanette. Tater in Paris has climbed his way up to ninth, but you can see Artie right behind him looking to take that away from him. Tater finally getting Y-weight in view away from that island he was just on not too recently. As we'll stick with Tater to watch Artie's overtake here. See what kind of move Artie pulls out. Oh, Artie shooting that inside. Tater luckily recognizing it and avoiding a catastrophe. And that is a clinical Artie overtake. Tater going off there. I don't quite know. Maybe he might have just caught a little bit of that curb and he couldn't keep the car on the track. Y-weight looking to defend here before he becomes Artie's next victim and shoots Artie into a top 8 spot early. Matrix managing to climb some positions back. He's gotten himself back up to 15th here. Looks like we've lost 3 cars currently dropping from this race. So they will be DNF. Don't know if that's due to wheelbase issues, hardware issues, or maybe just having a rough race altogether. But sad to see them go. That Milkman sitting in 14th, 37 seconds with the MFDs all screwed up. So I'm not even going to try to say what's currently going on. Here we go. That one Sim Racer looking to chase down Lazarus here. Lazarus in the Mercedes, Sim Racer in the Camaro. Sim Racer takes a beautiful line there and manages to snag that position from Lazarus. Lazarus now getting chased down by D Boothie and the Milkman, so he's going to be looking to catch a little bit of a slipstream off of Sim today, and Sim right now, and get away from those cars coming up behind him. Papa Puddin with a beautiful livery here, holding that 5th spot. Plum's not too far behind him. Papa does have to worry just a little bit. But nevertheless, with the current pace he's got, as long as he can defend well, he should hold out 5th. The Plums can pull out some beautiful overtakes, though, and he'll have to watch out for those. That BMW looking menacing for being an M4 car. D Bard sits in 17th currently, having completed his pit stop. He's 18 seconds off of Supermano. As long as he stays consistent here, he's got a shot of jumping himself back into some higher points. I can't remember how the points go for this GT4 series, but no doubt these drivers know in their head what positions they're needing to get some major points. D-Bard rocking that 969 number as he always does, looking beautiful. The crowd's very empty today for this GT4 race. Maybe about 150 people attending this race. Oh, shit. Sorry for the yawn. Here we go. We got D Boothie getting hunted down by Lazarus and that Milkman. That Milkman looking to take 2 positions for the price of 1 possibly if he sets it up correctly. That one Sim Racer beginning to just add more time between himself and Boothie. Let's jump back over to our pole position as he begins to hit some lap traffic. coming up on D Bard, who's genuinely very courteous when it comes to these blue flags. I expect D Bard to, I'm just going to call him Bard. I don't know why I say D Bard. I expect Bard to pull off when he sees Tintin very close in his review. Currently, Tintin's not close enough to really need that. Here we go. Getting it in 0.1, and you see Bard running it wide there, possibly to give that position to Tintin. Both cars merging back onto the racing line. Very well done by both of them to avoid an incident there. Sometimes when cars go to merge back onto the racing line in an overtake, after an overtake, you can see some goofy collisions that possibly should have been avoided, but nevertheless, Tintin putting on an absolute clinic as he's 7.3 up on Marnik, who's still holding out second. Gillard managing to hold to his 7th position here. Artie not making up too much time behind him. Gillard finding some serious pace here, setting 2:12 as his best lap currently. His last lap, a 2:13, is a little slower than I'm sure he'd like, but nevertheless, still a decent enough time to hold his delta on Artie. Gillard not too close to Papa Puddin, though, who's the car ahead of him. Papa Puddin putting a 15-second gap between himself and Gillard, giving himself a nice comfort, some nice breathing space, I should say, from the car behind him. Looks like the 393 car of D. Boothie is maybe about to get overtaken by that Milkman. They're pretty close to each other. Milkman within 0.6 of Boothie now. Lazarus losing a spot to Milkman has fallen down to 13th. Milkman looking to claim this 11th spot for himself and get some serious points here. Don't remember if Milkman was in the last round of GT4 races. If he wasn't, this is currently a beautiful showing for him. Trying to find someone interesting who's got some good racing going on. It actually looks like Marnik. Nope, that's D-Bard. I was going to say Marnik might be getting chased down. It looks like Boothie and Milkman really the only serious shot we have of seeing a nice overtake again. Or some good defending, as most cars have begun spreading out. Looks like Gillard's starting to get chased down by someone. Gillard already has finally made his way up to Gillard. Gillard going into the pits though, so that's going to give Artie the easy overtake there. Not the battle we were hoping for. Artie already up to 6th. Yet to pit though. It'll be interesting to see how his position changes once he does. Grim the Ripper, which is Grim Reaper in our Discord, I believe. You haven't missed too much action. Some good overtakes early, but currently the grid has really spread out. And
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
As you heard, we're at the halfway mark. Not too much position racing going on as cars have pitted and their true positions a little iffy. You can see Gillard and Tater 13th and 14th completing their pit stops here. Let's see if our pole leader pulls into the pit this lap. He's now gotten his time between himself and Marnik up to 8.5 seconds. Jeez. I feel like it was just one lap ago. It was at 7.2. Tin putting on an absolute clinic on how to drive GT4 cars. Setting 209s around Silverstone. Saw a little spin there, but nothing major enough. As he stays out for another lap. Gillard on an island, Supermano on an island, Artie on an island with Whiteweight 3 seconds off of him. No serious battle going on there. Awesome Gumball still keeping Marnik within his sights. Marnik only jumping up to a 4-second gap on Awesome Gumball. We could witness a battle between third and second here, all depending on if Marnik makes a little mistake or how faster Awesome Gumball's pit stop is. Tater in Paris managing to get his way up to 15th. Not too bad. He's got Superman 5.5 seconds ahead of him. So no real battle here going on for Tater either. GTX Dave still holding his 4th position. Starting to grow that time on Papa Puddin' just a little bit. Not enough to give himself any breathing room, no doubt, but getting a little separation between himself and Papa Puddin' as he comes up on Bard's lapped car. Bard holding the outside line very well there. Hopefully not going off too much as to ruin his own race. It looks like he did not. Bard very good at moving out of the way for blue flags. You can see he does it there again, allowing Papa Puddin' what he needs to slip past him. That one Sim Racer managing to get himself back up to 8th after having a slip or two earlier on in this race. He still has a pit stop. So does all the other cars from 6th to 10th currently. Be keeping our eyes out to see if his pit stop strategy can maybe gain him some time on Wyway, who's currently holding out 7th. If we go to his inside view, you can see his pedals. I never even noticed that. The pedals actually do sort of resemble what he is doing in real life. You see that throttle control. Just enough. The Milkman holding out in 13th currently. 5 seconds separates Milkman and Superman. Gillard up ahead of him by 15 seconds. I've never driven the Alpine, so I didn't know this thing's dash was on the wheel as I tried to change to that view. Oh my god. Oh wow, that's weird. You can't really see it with my current settings. You'd have to like look straight down. I'm sure in real life that's a nice dash to have, but in the sim game, no doubtably, gotta be hard to manage with not being able to see your dash. Of course, they could always use the virtual dash that I have on in the right-hand corner. Hey, the man himself going Grays, who runs this entire series. Waking up at 3:40 a.m. in Quads, I believe? I don't quite know. That is true dedication there. Who did I just switch? The Janetta is a right-hand drive car? I'm learning new things every day, folks. Wow, okay, so Papa Pudding driving a right-hand drive car. That is not something I'd be comfortable with. But nevertheless, he's making this look easy as he's managed to keep this thing in 5th place. He did lose some time there to GTX Dave. And he's got to be worried about Artie, who's climbing up behind him fast. Sim Racer jumping up to 7th, no doubt due to a pit stop by Wyway. Otherwise, I think I would have saw that battle going down on the track map. But all the cars sort of spreading out. We have now lost a total of 4 cars since the start of this race. No idea what happened to them. If you guys are in the YouTube watching the stream, please let us know what happened and why we lost you. It's always sad to see drivers drop. Of course, things can always happen, and we don't blame anyone. Or, I don't know. Oh, a drive-through from the Lazarus. That's ultimately going to hurt his chances of climbing up any... Oh, Bubblin' Panda is one of the drivers we lost. That makes sense. I haven't seen him in a sec. Please do tell, Panda. I am interested to know why you dropped. I thought you went in for a pit stop. early. Well, I saw you went in for a pit stop early, but what happened there, bro? As Marnik has now fallen to 10 sec. Oh my god. This is an absolute clinic by Tintin. Props to Marnik too, of course, who has put 4 seconds on Awesome Gumball now. But wow. Marnik now shaving down that time back within 9 seconds, but that's not going to help him much as our top 3 cars have yet to pit. Maybe the lap traffic will give him a shot to climb back up to 10-10. Oh, Bubble and Panda got rear-ended due to a dive bomb. That's always sad to see. As you know, Panda, please don't call out whoever it was, but of course, if it was that bad, please file an IR so we can at least let drivers know that that we don't want that kind of racing. Of course, racing incidents do happen. It's always hard to tell. That's why we've got a lovely steward to do that for us. And Soli is a saint for dealing with all of these. We have Sargent asking, does left versus right matter in hood view? I have no idea, Sergeant. I'm not a maniac who uses hood view. I use cockpit, like I think most people do. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to do that testing for yourself and come back to me maybe next Wednesday on whether or not it does make a difference. I mean, I guess I could look, right? Hold on. Let me go back to the Janetta. As we have Y-Weight with a stop and go. He just cleared. GTX Dave pulling it into the pits now. That one Sim Racer back to 10th. Hood view is centered. All right, yeah, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter on which hand drive the car is. Which, yeah, maybe Papa Puddin plays in hood view too. That would make sense. I know it would throw me off to switch sides of the car. Not that I'm good enough to really have it make a difference, so I'm sure I'd still end up in a wall. No doubtably does not seem like the right word for what I was trying to say there, but welcome to Hunter's English, which is very broken and not proper. Never has been. Never has been. Yeah, I might just stop talking for the rest of the stream. The Plums falling to 7th due to his pit stop. Still behind GTX Dave. Was he? No, Papa Puddin was behind him. Plums had climbed up to 3rd, has now fallen to 7th due to his pit stop, but that is not his true position. We'll wait for the rest of the drivers to pit. They only have 3 minutes left. Undoubtedly fixed it. Thank you. Thank you. See, I'm glad you guys know English and know what I'm trying to say. As we all know, I'm not PG-13 and I'm not very smart. That is why I'm a sim racer like the rest of you. Oh, burn. The Boothie sitting in a ninth, holy, oh my god. Sitting in a nice 10th position here. He got overtaken by that one sim racer earlier on, but ever since then, he's sort of been on his own island. Super Mono, who had hit me up just today, asking if there was any series he could join. He has bravely joined the GT4 series. I don't know how much GT4 driving he's done, but he's sitting in a nice 11th position. I'm going to stop saying nice because I keep confusing it for 9, like I'm German or something. But sitting in 11th here, not doing too bad. Tater climbing up behind him, 14 seconds away. That Milkman only 1 second off of Tater, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for the 26 and 69 car to go at it. And hold on, is that them right there? Yeah, so they're separated currently by Tintin. That Milkman no doubtably giving him the position, not wanting to mess up the leader. Tintin finally hitting that lap traffic. He needs to pull it into the pits this lap. Otherwise, he will get a time penalty at the end of the race. And it's a pretty hefty one. So we'll be keeping our eyes on him for just a second to make sure he goes into the pits. Too slow, buddy? What are you talking about, Panda? Did I say? Oh, was I talking about someone? I don't know. I talk too fast. I'm too slow. I don't even know. I'm moving off that comment. Sergeant got me thinking if even the human being on the other side of the car throws the driver off. I would say so. I mean, definitely if you use the cockpit camera, it's definitely got some adjusting to do. Tintin finally coming around what I call the paper clip because it looks like a paper clip. Oh my God, both both cars behind him overshooting that braking zone there. We should see Tintin. Yes, he's pulling it in now. Only thing that would screw him up here is a speeding in the pits. And he gets it below what he is needed to. Very beautiful pit entry by him. Nate even has the pink and blue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Super Mono's too slow. But he hit me up earlier today asking what series we have that he could run in. I tried to convince him to get in the Premier Series, but sadly, it sounds like Saturdays are not going to work out for him as that is his family day. So we will be missing him in the Premier Series. But he has joined the One Make and the GT4 series, so we'll be catching more of him on Wednesdays. We do have a car off. It's the 26 car. I'd switch to him, but it looks like the Plums has made it up to Papa Puddin now. And, yeah, if you guys don't know, Nate is Superman, by the way. That's his game name. But he goes by Nate in the Discord. It's not to be confused with Nathan, recruit number 1, who's definitely not a part of Too Slow because he's just in fact slow. I really hope he's watching this stream, that he's just catching a wild stray right there. But anyways, Papa Puddin has Plums very close to him now. 0.3 seconds off. We'll stick with these two, and we can see what kind of defense Papa Puddin's got in store for Plums. God damn it, I need new vape. Ah, that's rough. That's a rough one. Papa Puddin really makes that Jetta look easy to drive. I know for a fact it is not. And, oh, Plums maybe having a move here. Within point 1, you see him taking the inside. We're going to switch views to get a better view of this. Plums getting that overtake to stick there. Papa Puddin trying to do a switchback. Plums very well placing his car as they come through that turn, not giving it to Puddin. Bubbling Panda says that thing looks like a Temu Viper. I would wholeheartedly agree on that one. You're not wrong. No, as in the weight of the human. Suddenly the right side of the car got a lot more heavy. Don't know, just sidewire combo. I don't think ACC is that complex when it comes to the weight transfer of the game. I don't believe the actual driving avatars have a weight to them. Yeah, I don't know. I'll do more research on that one, Sergeant. I'll figure that out. But I highly doubt it. I don't actually know any sim racing game that adds weight to the driving avatar. Yeah, not even PC sim racing games do that. So I doubt that's a feature here. But nevertheless, you've given me something to look up, which I will do later. Here we go. We got Nate now within 0.4 of D Boothie here. Let's see the Too Slow member with a overtake. Oh, flying through that corner. He takes the outside while Boothie takes the inside. Nate falling back in line, not getting the move he wanted there. Still very well within overtaking distance. You can see he's starting to slam up against D Boothie's rear there. Just 0.2 separate. I'd make my driver 300 pounds is what Bubbling Panda said. Nate still sitting behind D Boothie. He gains time but falls off in the corners. Oh, here we go. Nate getting a beautiful overtake. Having D Boothie slam on his brakes to avoid any collisions, but nevertheless a beautiful move to swing it wide out of that turn and make that overtake stick. Lazarus has found himself in 15th position. His car looks a little dirty, possibly due to missing that braking zone earlier. Marnik has now fallen to 15. Oh my God. 15 seconds to Tintin. Someone needs to do something about this Tintin guy. I think we stick him in M2 for this series. That's the only fair shot for our other drivers here. But yes, Tintin putting on an absolute clinic, so much so that I'm not gonna show him on the stream until the very end here when he crosses the line, because he's probably just mindlessly driving at this point. And this is probably just like a stroll in the park for him. Gumball closing the distance on Marnik to within 2 seconds now. So that second and third place battle I was talking about earlier has a chance of happening. Awesome Gumball just has to dig deep here and find the time he needs. Marnik setting a 2:10.8 that lap. Awesome Gumball a 2:11. Not getting the time difference he needs on his laps. Truthfully, make it up to him. Gillard holding in 8th spot. He ended up dropping one to Artie, who's now gaining on Papa Puddin. We'll have to jump over to that soon, as Artie will be looking to overtake Papa Puddin. What cars are they? 65. I don't want to skip away from this one, though. Shit, we got 2 overtakes about to happen. Artie still within 1.5 of Papa Puddin, so we'll stick with Sim Racer as he looks to overtake Gillard. We're currently on Gillard's car, as it'll give us the best view of the overtake. Always fun to brainstorm motorsports while watching it. Absolutely. Sim Racer's got about half a second up on Gillard's current last lap. If he can manage to do it again, he'd be within 0.1, which is prime overtaking distance. That Camaro, very, very lifted compared to the Mercedes car. You can see the height difference just off the front bumper. I don't know how much rake Sim Racer's actually running, but it almost looks like he's running none. Bouncing through that corner, the suspension looks real soft. Nevertheless, Sim Racer falling off after that little S section right there. Nate beginning to run away from D Boothie here, putting 2 seconds between him and Boothie. Here's Artie, the 65 car, looking to hunt down Papa Puddin's Temu Viper. Artie within 1.5 and has been for most of this lap. We'll watch the time difference here on the MFD as the cars go around. They aren't too far off of Plum's either for that 5th spot, but Plum has a decent cushion to sort of not worry himself. With only 5 minutes left in this race, my voice is beginning to get very scratchy, so I'm glad it's starting to come to an end. Any of you guys watching, if you don't actually race this series and you have a good enough mic, would like to join me on commentating, shoot me a DM. It always helps to have a second commentator here to catch some of the overtakes I may be missing and to also fill the gaps in the commentary. I'm sure my voice isn't too pleasant to listen to, unless you're Panda. He likes to hear, oh, okay, I'm not even going to go there. PG-13, Hunter. Family-friendly streams. Right? That's what I'm saying, Sergeant. It legit looks like a Temu Viper. Panda had a very good call out earlier about that. The Milkman, who I think this might be his debut. I don't know if Going Grace is watching anymore. If you are, let me know if you remember seeing Milkman in round 1. I don't quite know. I know he showed up for Tuesday's rookie sprints, and he's got some serious pace on him. Hard to maybe tell right now in his GT4 cars, but in GT3 he was tearing it up. Voice of a generation, as far as I'm concerned. M Crit trying to love up to me right there, and it's very much working. M Crit, my new favorite. I'll commentate in an Asian accent. I would actually love to see that and hear that. That would be amazing. You got to keep it the entire race, though, Bubbling. You can't just start it and stop it. Got to be the whole race. As Milkman's getting chased down here by our leader, Tintin. Let's see how Milkman does under the blue flags. And look at that. This is someone who has read the BFR racing rules. He lets off the throttle just a little bit and holds his line to let the faster car through. Papa Puddin still driving. It's just a Temu Viper. It's like a Hot Wheels Viper almost. He's just driving that to its max, keeping Artie at a 0.6. Slums managing to hold his 2.6 second distance on both these drivers. Artie having the faster lap time, just maybe not able to find a good spot to make this overtake. He's beginning to close the distance fast here, though, as our drivers come into turn 2, which is going to be the S's section. Let's see how both of them do. The Jeanette, you can see the body roll going on. The Mercedes behind him, not too much in comparison. No sliding from either cars. But it looks like Artie may have gotten a run on him. Yep. We have a little bit of a faster run here. We're going to switch to this view. You can see the radar now of Papa Puddin. He's going to shut the door on any inside overtakes Artie may have had going there. Ooh, I actually like the dash of this Janetta as I give you guys a rear view. I'm sorry, I haven't looked at a Hot Wheels Viper in a while, man. I feel like I remember looking like that, looking like the Janetta. I don't know. So no doubtedly, I'm gonna get tagged in the Discord with one after everyone watches this. I'll probably get some hate for, like you said, shitting on Hot Wheels. Oh my God, there goes my PG-13 rating again. I was allowed one F word according to PG-13 standards. I've used 2 of them. There's been probably 5 curse words in total, but if you didn't tune into last week's one make, that's a pretty good showing for myself. Even though my mother washed my mouth out with soap for cursing, it apparently didn't stick, and I must like the flavor of soap. Papa Puddin just with excellent car placement here, not giving Artie any chance he can. Let's go check in on our 3 and 2. Marnik beginning to create the distance on Awesome Gumball. So we will not be seeing a last-minute overtake. Sim Racer still behind Gillard, not managing to find any spots. We'll switch back to them shortly. There are a few cars. Hear me. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not, but my mic just absolutely dropped out of nowhere. So sorry about that. I was trying to get that figured out instead of watching drivers. Here's Artie still looking to chase the Temu Viper. I don't know if he's going to get it done in time before this race finishes. Our leader now crossing the line. Oh, I was getting a phone call. Fucking spam phone call that killed my I have no idea what's going on with my microphone currently, folks. Sorry about that. This is a terrible time to be having technical difficulties. It continues to drop. Oh, Looked like Artie finally got the overtake, but then spun it due to a little bit of contact there. At least looked like contact. May have been netcode. The same does have a tendency of doing that, and Artie is playing over in Belgium, so it's hard to say for sure. But Artie getting up into 6th, not the top 5 finish I had predicted for him, but nevertheless a beautiful finish. Can Sim Racer get Gillard in time? It's not looking like he's going to. Yeah, PG-13 due to the spam call. That's what I'm saying. I hate these spam calls, man. I wish there was a way we could just stop them entirely, but get like 18 a day. Sim Racer not managing to get it. He's going to fall behind to Gillard, and Gillard will take it home. Let's roll you guys through our finish here. Tintin obviously taking home first. Marnik taking home second, doing his donuts to celebrate. Awesome Gumball sitting in third. GTX Dave in fourth with a beautiful showing. Plums in fifth. Artie in sixth. Papa Puddin in seventh. Gillard in 8th, Sim Racer in 9th, Nate making his way all the way up to 10th, D Boothie 11th, Tater 12th, That Milkman 13th, Wyweight 14th, Lazarus 15th, and Matrix 16th. I know it says differently on my screen currently, but that's due to one guy leaving very early there. But that is the round 2 of the GT4 series that operates on Wednesdays. Not too much action, but nevertheless, it was a good race for a lot of the drivers here. Thank you all for tuning in and enjoying this race with me. I'm going to go make some pizza now. I've been your host, Hunter. Thank you very much and enjoy the outro.